Hello and bienvenue to Life's Questions and Lessons, the 5 Minute Self Reflection Podcast. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so grateful that you are here with me today. Let's get started with today's topic. Series intro. What are you still carrying? What are you still carrying? So, we are starting a brand new series. And if this is your first episode, welcome. If you've been with me along for the ride over these past few years, welcome back. This next series, if you can tell by the title, it's definitely getting a little bit deep. I think all of the questions on the podcast are deep, but there are definitely some that are deeper than others. So, I think the first thing I want to say and kind of caveat is if anything comes up over these next few episodes with this episode, right, that you are struggling with or you really feel like you could benefit from support, please reach out, whether it's your therapist, a coach, your wise counsel. These questions are meant to be asked in self reflection, but there are definitely things that we need support with. And if you ever feel uneasy or that something has come up, an insight, a mental or emotional barrier that you need support in, please get the support that you need. I'm definitely here to serve as a guide and to provide these questions and context and any type of lessons that I've learned. And the most important lesson that I've learned is there's a lot that I cannot handle when it comes to self-reflection, right? And there's a lot of emotions and all the things that I was just talking about and stating where I need support of someone who knows me, who understands how I think, how I like to be challenged, right? And really supports me in my growth. So I just really wanted to caveat because I do feel like this series can maybe cut a little bit deeper than some of the ones in the past. But this really came to me because a lot of the spaces that I occupy, I'm talking to women who are really dealing with a lot. And I think sometimes we forget how much control we actually have over things. There's a lot of things that are out of our control. Obviously, I would never say that there isn't, but there's a lot that is within our control. And sometimes we're even unaware of some of the things that we are still carrying with us. So I really wanted this series to just be, as all of them, every single question, every single episode that I put out is really for you to reflect for yourself and understand where you are with something. Once you're aware, you can decide what you want to do. You can decide to embrace it. You can decide to change it. You can decide to release it, right? So for me, as I'm really exploring this question, I'm looking at disappointments that I'm still carrying. I think I really wish that this work and all of the people around me in the world of self reflection, in the world of personal growth, spiritual healing, all of these things that are not really looked at as important as they really should be. So there's a lot of disappointment that I am still carrying with the work that I'm doing. I know that it's really important for me. I know that it's important for you as a listener or a watcher because you have expressed that to me. But the disappointment of, it not being where it should be, right? That's a lot for me because I put my heart and soul into this work and it just feels like it should be places, right? Like I should be, not necessarily top, bottom, middle, but it should just, there should be more, right? So that's something that I'm really exploring in really where those beliefs come from, right? Because it's like, who says it needs to be anything other than it is? There's a lesson I need to explore right there. So, as always, really take this question and explore it with self compassion. I've been, if I sound like a broken record, I apologize. Maybe I don't, I don't know. But self compassion is something that I feel like, especially for women with ambition, it's so hard to just be kind to ourselves, me included. And so, really take the time to ask yourself this question in curiosity, not judgment, and give yourself some self compassion, right? So, as always, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening or watching me speak these words. And if this episode was helpful for you, please share it. We are here on this planet to help each other. So if it was helpful, please pass it along. And until next time, take care.